Welcome to Social Science. In this, we are going to discuss CBSE 6th class first lesson, the Earth in the solar system. We see the Earth at the night time after the sunset, how the sky looks like. We see the bright dots on the sky. Those are shining very brightly and some are twinkling. If you see, starting of the night, slowly the stars are glowing. So how it is glowing one by one, and it will twinkle, and after some time we see all stars are blinking. So how it look like? It looks like a diamonds are twinkling in the sky. Okay, and not only apart from these shining objects, we can also see some stars are not shine. It seems like a dim, and they will appear in a white. These stars will not twinkle, it just flicker like a moon. Along with these stars, we can also see moon in a many days on the sky. So the moon we can see in a different shapes in different days, and every day we can see the different shapes in a moon and different positions. The moon will changes its position and shape. Okay, and this we can see the every month we can see full moon day, and after a fortnight we can also see the new moon day. So what is the full moon day? Full moon day is also called as in Telugu, in full moon day we can call Purnima. And fortnight we can see the new moon day. The new moon day is called as Amavasya. The time of fortnight or new moon day, the night is very dark. In the darkness we clearly observe the stars and blinking objects very clearly. Here we get one doubt: why, sir, these stars and moon, why we can't see in a daytime? Because it is a reason. In a daytime the sun is dominating the other shining objects. That's what we can't see these moon and stars at daytime. Next one, celestial bodies. What are these celestial bodies? The moon and all other objects which are shining in the sky, in night sky, are called as a celestial bodies. Shining. Moon and all other shining bodies at night sky are called celestial bodies. These bodies we can see, these celestial bodies means like moon and other shining objects we can only observe at night time. That's what these are called as a celestial bodies. Some of the celestial bodies are very huge and hot, very big and hot. These celestial bodies are made up of huge gases. They have their own light and they emit in a large amounts. It's a huge amounts these are emit. These celestial bodies are called stars. Stars are huge light. These stars are very big and hot, means very heat. It absorbs very heat. These bodies are called as a stars. It have their own light. Here sun also, the best example is sun. Sun is also one of the star. Apart from these, some of the celestial bodies, some of the twinkling stars will not appear to us. Why? Because these stars are very far away from us. That's what these we can't feel hotness and heat from that stars because these stars are very far away from us. That's what we can't feel hot and heat from these stars. If you observe at the night sky, we can observe the different patterns formed by different groups of stars. These groups are different patterns and different groups. Different groups of stars are formed at the sky. These are called as a constellations. And these constellations, Ursa Major or Big Bear is such a constellation. Ursa Major. Ursa Major or Big Bear is such a constellation or one of the constellation. This Big Bear or Ursa Major constellation is also called as Saptarishi. Saptarishi. What is Saptarishi? Sapta means 7. Rishi means sages. Seven sages. The stars are formed like this. The stars are formed like this. So here, if you see these groups, this group of stars are called as a constellations, also known as a Ursa Major or Big Bear. So in the ancient days or ancient people, they used these stars as a directions at the night sky. So here this star is always rises at its same position. That's what this star is called as a north star, north direction. The star shows the north direction, and the star also called as a north star. ancient people like this, they used the stars as their directions. And also the star is North Star, also called as pole star. Pole star. These two stars are these stars are indicating the North Star. Why? These are the direction, showing the direction to the North Star or pole star. See, in the night sky, some of the celestial bodies are doesn't have their own light and heat. These bodies are lit by or emitted by the other stars. Those are called as such bodies. Those bodies are called as planets. Planets doesn't have their own heat, their own heat and light. So the bodies which doesn't have heat and light are called as planets. So this planet, the word planet is came from Greek word planetai. See, the planet is an English word. This English word is derived from the Greek word planetai, which means wanderers. Wanderers on the sky, on the solar system. Okay. Example, Earth, which we live on, it is a planet. Earth is a planet, and the Earth, the planet, or planet Earth is getting heat and light from the sun, which is our nearest satellite, or nearest satellite to the Earth is Moon. Moon is called as a satellite. The Moon is a companion of our Earth. Moon also moves around the Earth, same like Earth, how the Earth is moving around the Sun. Like our Earth, there are other 8 planets are there on the solar system. So the 8 planets also getting heat and light from the sun. So what is the solar system? Solar system is a group of stars, planets, like 8 planets are there in the solar system, and satellites, asteroids, meteoroids, celestial bodies. So these all together form a solar system. What are that? Planets, stars, asteroids, meteoroids, satellites, and other celestial bodies together form a solar system. So this solar system we often call as a solar family. Its head of the solar system we consider it's a sun. Sun is the head of the solar system. Why? Because the sun is providing, or because of this sun only, these all are getting the light and heat. That is the reason sun is the head of the solar system. You see the sun. sun is the center of the solar system, and this in the solar system the sun has huge it is made up of extremely hot gases. It provides pulling force gases, so that is the reason the sun is always it's burning. Why it is? Because 74% of hydrogen and 24% of helium and another 1.5% other gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, and all other gases. These combinedly, all these gases are always pulling the force, and it is sun is always burning. Sun is, we know that the sun is the ultimate source of heat and light in the solar system. It is a tremendous heat is always pulling from the sun. That is the reason these all planets are getting the heat and light. And also that the sun is very far away from our earth. Nearly it is 150 billion kilometers away from 150 million kilometers away from the earth. So that is the reason we call it as it is the source of heat and light to the earth. And the sun is, we know that it is a star, it is the nearest star to the earth. Nearest star earth. The sun is the nearest star of earth. Next one, planets. We know that planets doesn't have heat and not have heat and light. Their own, it doesn't have their own heat and light. These planets are getting heat and light from the sun. In order of these 8 planets are the solar system. Order of the planets are first one Mercury. Mercury, it is the first nearest planet to the sun. Second one is Venus. Third one is Earth. Our Earth is the third nearest planet to the sun. Mars. Fifth one Jupiter. Sixth one Saturn. Seventh one Uranus. Eighth one or last one is called a Neptune. And these 8 planets are in order of the sun. It is a pattern of the sun. These 8 planets are in a solar system move around a sun. Suppose it is a sun. These 8 planets are move around the sun in a fixed path. These fixed paths are called as elongated. These are elongated. Okay. First one is Venus, second one Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter. Like this, the planets are moving around the sun. So in a fixed path. These fixed paths are called as a orbit. So how these all the planets are moving on its own orbit, own direction, same direction. That's what it is called as a orbit. The path of the planets are called orbits. See that Mercury is the nearest star to the Earth. It takes only 88 days to complete its orbit around the Sun. So when you see the Earth, how many days it takes? It takes 365 days. Okay, to complete one direction around the Sun, around one revolution around the Sun, Earth will take 365 days. But here Mercury will take only 88 days to complete its one rotation. Apart from these 8 planets, we can also see one of the planet is there. Up to 2006, the planet is Pluto. Pluto is also the one of the planet before 2006. In 2006, in IAU means International Astronomical Union. They consider that Pluto doesn't have its own gravity. It doesn't have a magnetic force. That's what they consider. The Pluto is a dwarf planet. Okay, that's the reason from on the 2006 onwards we are not considering Pluto is a planet. It is a dwarf planet. So these 8 are only the planets presently in the solar system. So Pluto is considered as other celestial bodies. Next we come to the Earth. Earth is the third nearest planet to the Sun. Earth is third nearest planet to the Sun, and in a size of the planets, Earth is the fifth largest planet to the Sun. Earth is the fifth largest planet in the solar system. So if we see the Earth is a slightly flattened. Earth is slightly flattened at the edges. So this shape is called as a geoid. Like shape of the Earth is called as a geoid. So you see the 8 planets are there in the solar system, but only on Earth we can see the conditions are favorable to the life, or life supporting conditions are only we can observe, we can find on the Earth. So that is the reason we call that the Earth is a unique planet. And how this life are possible on the Earth? Because the Earth is not too hot, neither too hot nor too cold. And here on the Earth we know that water is available on the Earth, and most importantly oxygen also available on the Earth, and carbon dioxide carbon dioxide, and these all life supporting things are available on the earth, like water, air, oxygen and carbon dioxide. These all are available on the earth. That is the reason the human beings are living. It is possible to living on the earth. If you see the earth from other planets, it looks like a blue planet. Why? Because two-thirds of earth's two-thirds of earth's area is covered by water, or otherwise 73% of the earth is covered by water and ocean bodies. That's what, if you see earth from the other planets, it looks like a blue color. So that is the reason earth is called as a blue planet. The other planet, Venus is considered as a twin to the earth. Why it is twin to the earth? Because its Venus shape and size and shape of the Venus planet is similar to that of earth. That is the reason Venus is considered as a twin to the earth. Next one, the moon. Moon is only one satellite to the earth. So what is the satellite? Satellite is also one of the celestial bodies. These satellites are moving around the planets. The satellites which are moving around the planets as like planets are moving around the sun. The diameter of moon is 1/4 that of earth. But the moon is only 1/4 to the earth, but when we see the moon, it looks like a very big size, because it appears it is nearer to the earth or planet earth. So that is the reason it appears very very big in size. It is 3,84,400 kilometers away from the earth. But sun is 150 million kilometers away from the earth. So compare the distance, both sun and moon. How much far away from the earth? Moon is only 3,84,400 kilometers away from the earth, but whereas sun is 150 million kilometers away from the earth. Now you can see the moon will complete one rotation around the earth within a 27 days, because it is nearer to the earth. That's what it takes only 27 days to complete one rotation or one revolution around the earth. Our scientists are inventing and discovered that moon is not on the moon, the conditions are not favorable for the living of human beings. Neither there is no water and there is no air on the moon. but it has mountains, but it has mountains, plains, and some depressions, means up and downs. Up and downs of land areas on the moon we can find, but there is no water and air. If humans are very necessary to live, you can see some of the shadows on the moon. If you see a full moon day, on that day we can see some shadows on the moon. See here, asteroids. What are these asteroids? Asteroids, apart from the stars, planets, and satellites and other celestial bodies, we can also find asteroids. Asteroids are tiny objects or tiny bodies which move around the sun. These asteroids we can find between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Between the Mars and Jupiter planets we can find asteroids. See, see that it is a Mars planet, it is a Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, very big size. Between this Mars and Jupiter, in this between these orbits, here we can see some of the tiny objects or which are revolving around or rotating between the Mars and Jupiter. These are called as asteroids. Some scientists are identified that these asteroids are also the part of planets, but many years ago, very long back ago, these small pieces are came out of these planets and those are rotating around these Mars and Jupiter. Between the Mars and Jupiter, these are called as asteroids. But these asteroids are exploded from the planets only. Meteoroids. What are the meteoroids? A small pieces of rocks which are rotating around the sun are called meteoroids. Okay, these meteoroids are rotating around the sun. These are very small, and sometimes these meteoroids force and gases are applied from the sun. These meteoroids sometimes it gets very forcefully come and drop on our planet Earth. So these meteoroids make hollow basins. Hollow basins on the Earth. Hollow basins. Hollow means hole. Holes. Big holes. It creates when these meteoroids are fall down on the Earth. It creates hollows or holes, big holes on the Earth.